Welcome to the latest podcast of Silicon and Spice, where tech leaders share life's flavors. And today we have Dr. Marie-Ange here. Do you want to wave hi?
Hi. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here with Young.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Marie-Ange previously is the product leader at Meta, Yahoo, Roku, Amazon, etc. And she grew up in Africa, really embodied the American dream, and really shows that kind of your journey shows that education can truly change lives. You're also a memoir author for such a time as this. I was very lucky I got an early copy to read it, and I'm still waiting on my physical copy. So this is a really good book, and we'll also talk about it later. Thank you for being here. My first question is, what is your path into product management?
Yeah, hi, everyone. Again, thank you so much, Young, for inviting me into your podcast. I'm really humble and I'm really privileged to be able to share with you my experience. So what is my path to product management? I think my path was, I want to say a little unconventional. Many people, right, they are passionate about product and they go to get an MBA, a Master in Business Administration. We are here at Stanford University. They can come here at Stanford, get an MBA to be able to make that transition. Either they want to do marketing, they want to do sales, they want to do some kind of business or product. Or another traditional path that I've seen a lot of people, they are engineers, especially in the tech world.
Yep.
And if you want to work for many of the big tech that I've worked, like Meta, or even Google or Netflix, having an engineering background help.
That's a must,
because,
almost,
yeah, because you're going to build technical product, you're going to interact with engineering. So I've seen a lot of people having engineering background, and eventually they love the strategy, they love the just being able to bring stakeholders together, driving roadmap, driving execution. They are able to, within their company, move into product management.
Yeah.
But mine was a little different. So I graduated from Berkeley with my PhD in electrical engineering, computer science. I was actually one of the geek fabricating MEMS, micro electromechanical system. These are sensor actuated. I wear the clean room. I was in the clean room wearing the bunny suit.
Yeah.
Like the big bunny suit in the,
I've seen those in YouTube videos, but I never been in one. But it sounds like that's like the ultimate geek. That's really cool.
I was a geek. I was a geek, like in the clean room for like 7-8 hours at Berkeley, just making integrated circuit with MEM technology. So research was my part. Many of the people in my field, when you finish your PhD, either you become a faculty member, and that's what I actually was hoping, and I was thinking I would become a research scientist. So my path was a little different. At Intel, Intel had a program called the Rotation Engineer Program, and it was a very prestigious program. I think the program has changed, shifted over the years, but they hire new graduate with PhD, master from top university like Stanford, Berkeley, MIT, many of the top university to be in a rotation program. So within the first year of your employment at Intel, you actually rotate. You don't have a specific business group that hire you. HR hire you, and you can do different rotation. So rotation can last from 4 to 6 months, and you can pick whatever you want to pick. That's the beauty of it. The sky is the limit. So I started, my first rotation was building MEMS device, and continue really being a researcher in the lab. My second rotation was strategic planning, thinking about the next generation of RFID for Intel. My third rotation was Intel Capital. That was, at the time, the largest VC, venture capital in the world.
Oh, they have their own capital investment.
Yeah. And my last rotation was Netbook, product management. I don't know if you remember Netbook. I did myself 2007, 2008, the small computing device. In the form factor of tablet, iPad, that was Netbook, but it was like a PC. And Intel actually launched those devices, and it was basically tablet is today content consumption, not content consumption, not content creation. You can do like your YouTube video, you can do like little email.
That's you say you like a tablet.
Yes. So I was one of the PM, we were like 2 or 3 PM that built the device.
Wow.
Market it, took it to go to market strategy, took it to, all over the world. So that was actually my introduction to PM, and I love it.
Yeah, that's really like the best way to be in the PM position. You already have that kind of the first hand, like launch experience.
You got it, So it was through the rotation engineer program, like I say, it was non-traditional for me. Through that rotation engineer, I got to touch different parts of business outside of my expertise in MEMS, micro electromechanical system. And the rotation that I really enjoyed was the Netbook building.
The path, okay.
And that's how I jump into PM. I said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
At the time, I think many of the company actually Intel call it product marketing, because it was a lot of positioning. It was a lot of go-to-market strategy. How do we take, like, what I call right now outbound PM, right? That you take the product to customer. I was working with OEM. I travel a lot to Beijing, to Taiwan, to work with the original electronic manufacturer who build the platform. Like Intel sell the CPU, and we work with the OEM and the ODM that put together the whole package. So how do I educate them about the product? What you do today in a different way? How do I work with them to make sure that the product is ready? I also work with the engineering field to make sure that we know what is the right frequency, the right battery life, what are the technical capability. I work with the sales team. How do we sell the product? I work with finance. How do we price? So
very
basically, well-rounded. So I really love it. And that was my jump to PM. And then I had opportunity then to do more software, McAfee, and then Amazon streaming, Roku streaming. Yahoo was community experience, driving community, and Meta was compliance regulation.
Wow, you have touched a lot of different aspects of product management. So you were wondering whether your years of research or study are completely waste if you switch to strategy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I had a manager, my first manager at Intel, Irv Thomas. I actually acknowledged him in my book. He was very influential in my career to switch to product management. During one of the 101, at the end of the rotation, I think it was the PM rotation, he told me that, Marie-Ange, I see you as somebody who is passionate about bringing people together, aligning people. You have this strength. You know how to bring people together, which is not typical for an engineer. Love or researcher. Stay in their little line in the lab.
Very focused on one thing.
People person. And people who know me will tell me that I love to bring people together. That's actually also collaboration is one of my superpower, which is very key in product management. I see you driving strategy. You are somebody who also love the big picture. Like as an engineer, usually you are focused on and that was what I was doing as a researcher. Finding the next thing, the next little more technical evolution or technical advancement for my baby, for my product. But he was telling me, you have a big picture vision. Where is this product going? Who are the people using this product? How do we improve? And which is product actually management. At the time, I didn't even know that was product management. So that gave me the confidence to take a risk. To say, I am going to make that shift, that right turn or left turn. I don't know where it's going to take me. But yes, my technical background is still there. And the skills such as problem solving, analytical thinking. As a researcher, you learn how to fail a lot because you have tried so many things and it didn't work, but that resilience will still take me forward as a product manager. So, but I have to be honest. At the time, it was really a very scary decision.
But you doubted yourself.
Yes, I doubted myself. That why did I get a PhD if at the end I'm not going to use this PhD as a researcher, as a research or as a faculty member. But the truth is that like I say, my engineering background, my technical background has helped in many of the work that I've done, right? You still have you can speak with engineer, you work closely with engineering team to understand that part. The other aspect about having a PhD is being able to communication, teaching. I love to spend time with students.
That is true.
I'm giving a lot of lecture. I can say I go back to my alma mater, UC Berkeley. Once they invite me to give some lecture about some of the work I've done, I do a lot of mentorship. That's what faculty members do. I've gone back to my undergrad, Virginia Union University in Richmond. I've been back to my country. Every time I go to Cameroon, I make sure I go to a university.
Really pay it forward.
Yes, I'm passionate about students. So I still see like that. Yes, I'm not a full-time professor, academic professor, but the fact that I can still be around students and be a role model because I have a PhD still matters. So that was relevant. That was a big, like a concerning at the time. Should I make that shift? So the first one is about career. The second one was about product change or product involvement, moving from Roku to Yahoo. And I will give you the context. At Yahoo, I was doing very well. It was during the pandemic. I launched a lot of great B2C, business to consumer product.
That's the Roku TV part?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah.
The product that I launched was called TRC, the Roku channel.
Oh.
If you use it, let me know. It's basically a streaming service like IMDb, YouTube. You can have it on, I launched it on mobile.
Yeah.
You can have it on your Roku device. You can have it on Amazon device, any streaming device that you're at home. So I was a PM for that. It was going very well. I love it. I love the product I launched. I launched it internationally. During the pandemic, we took it to UK, Canada, a lot of great PR, a lot of great feedback from the user. And I got a call during that time when things were really going well at Roku from an executive recruiter at Yahoo. At the time, it was actually Verizon Media.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
true.
Yahoo went through a lot of evolution.
Yeah.
And it was Verizon Media that called me, and they said, we have a role for you to lead a new product that they were trying to do, something with streaming, augmented reality. It was like the end of the pandemic. How do we get people to connect virtually in an augmented reality setting?
Sounds like what Meta did.
Yeah. So it was really interesting. And they saw my background in streaming. I had streaming background in Amazon as well as Roku. That's why they called me. But what happened is, so I accepted the offer. It was even hard for me to do it because I'm very loyal. I love what I was doing at Roku. And it was just a new challenge. I said, let me pursue this. And 2 weeks or 1 week prior to the beginning of my role there, there was a big shift in the company. That's where Yahoo, Verizon Media was selling the consumers portion to a private equity, and it became Yahoo. So there was a change, a big change.
It switched back.
It switched back to Yahoo. So many of the executive leader that will hire me was leaving. I mean, there was a lot of uncertainty. The question for me was, do I still want to join?
Right.
And one probability was that the product that I was actually supposed to build will not be
a priority. Right. Yeah, that's true.
But again, as a go-getter,
take the risk.
high-risk person, I decided to join. And of course, my manager who hired me, I was very fond of him. He was a great guy. He left the company. His manager also left. So I find myself by myself with like the people that hire me not there. The product direction changed completely because there was a new leadership, new CEO, and the whole thing was about community, driving community. I didn't have a community background. It was no more streaming. They hired me for my streaming experience. It was like build community to make sure that users interact on our platform. So that was just a big risk. Do I stay? My boss even and Roku was asking me, do you want to come back? There was still exciting job. And I was like, I am going to take this risk. And it was a great experience. Learning from scratch again. I'm a like I say, continuous learner, my passion, curiosity, taking risk, learning from, I start from scratch, like what are the problems that we need to solve in community? What are the things that Yahoo has done in the past that haven't worked? Learning from the different portion of the company. There were different competing team that had competing goal, bringing them together to align. This is what community, a strategy, put it together a strategy.
Wow, that's a hard job.
Yes.
Like you walk right into the challenge.
I really jump into the water. What the customer, looking at the customer data, what our customer are saying. And how do we make sure that we build the best community product? So the community product that I built was the commenting platform. So when you have Yahoo News, Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Sport.
I always see the comment. Like if I read the Yahoo News, I do check out the comment, get the sentiments.
I was the one who brought it back.
Nice. Okay.
So that was what was difficult about when you're asking career decision. It was the fact that the company was changing. A lot of stuff was changing.
Uncertainty.
My two bosses who hired me left. So you are just new and you were hired for a product that doesn't exist anymore. What do you do? Do you just jump or you
take that risk?
I took the risk to jump in, and it was payoff. I learned a lot, and we were able to build and launch a great community that had, trust and safety was one of the the key issue, bringing the safety of the user to like 90%, which was very low in the past.
So that's also kind of gave you the exposure to the trust and safety world.
You got it.
Which kind of led
me
to
my meta experience.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you never know, right? That by, because I didn't have a trust and safety experience before that.
Yeah.
So you never know where by taking a risk, what you can learn, where is it going to take you next.
Yeah. That's a great story. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Thanks
you're
for sharing.
welcome. Yeah.
Now we get to the bonus question. Since I work at Stitch Fits, I actually got a sweater with one of my fits. What is your favorite clothing brand?
Oh my goodness. That's a good one.
If you have it could be athleisure, it could be you wear to work, or it could be your family life.
I think there are two that come into mind. Lululemon.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm a CrossFit geek, exercise geek. I love their gear for exercising, running, hiking, all type of exercise, outdoor exercise. We're in California. We have beautiful weather.
Yep.
So yeah, I always buy exercise clothes. And white black market. I think this jeans is white black market.
Yeah, White House black
I love.
market.
They are very casual. They have good casual clothes.
Yeah.
I'm very tall, so they have a lot of things that fit my height.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So I get a lot of coupon from both of these.
They have good stuff. The mall close by to where I live, they have both brands. So these are good brands. Now we get to the last question. It's a little spicy. Since you're a woman of strong faith, actually the word faith appeared 84 times in your book.
Really? Okay.
When I got the e-copy, I was like searching for the word, because I read a few chapters and I could tell you really have strong faith, like your upbringing and stuff. So, and then having the faith really helps you to weather a lot of storms in life, right? As you said, double minority, not an easy path. When you first came to US, you don't have much money, right? The tuition only lasted one semester. Yeah, you gotta figure out.
$15,000 Yeah, it was one semester.
Yeah. So, and then I don't know if you feel the same. I feel like people in Silicon Valley don't have too much faith. It's always chasing the next like fame, what's the next, like, where the money is, where like the next IPO, you know. So, what advice do you have for those people who might not have strong faith? And then they're looking for a change after burnout. So what advice do you have for those people?
But thank you for the question. I'm actually impressed that you were able to count the number of times faith appeared on my memoir.
It's a search.
I didn't know that it appeared 84 times, but I think you got it correct that faith is part of who I am. I just cannot hide it. I cannot.
It's part of your identity.
It's part of my identity. And when I think about faith, I really want to characterize it and define it, because it means maybe different things for different people. Some people say I'm spiritual, some people say I'm religious. But the way I like to think about my faith is that I had an encounter with a real God. A father that I call father, and that's God who created everything. That changed my life. And it started a foundation when I was young. I talk about that in one of the chapters. I was 11 years old when I really realized that God was real, and he really is like a father, and he wants to have a relationship with me. So for me, it's not a religion. For me, it's not something that I do on Sunday, that I just go to church or I just pray. It's actually a relationship. I don't know the other way to explain than a relation. Like when I talk to you, Heejang, it's the same thing I talk to God. He's everywhere. He's my best friend. He is personal. I like to tell people, I'm not trying to be, how can I say, crazy or spooky. Is that spooky the right word? But it's actually personal, that I know is with me everywhere. And he is loved. The amazing thing is that he loves me. He loves you. He loves everybody. He doesn't have any favorite. He actually doesn't have any favorite if you read the Bible. So that has helped me, really, like you say. When you read my story, it hasn't been easy. And I'm not sure, I don't even claim to say my life has been so hard compared to other people. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I know people had hard time, but in the moment where I was really down, where I didn't know when the next tuition money is going to come from, where rejection after rejection, I shared about the rejection from the research experience I was applying because I was not a US citizen at the time. Heartbreak with my first boyfriend. Actually, we were engaged. Fertility issue. My faith in God has been the foundation, what has grounded me to say, it's going to be okay, Marie-Ange.
I love that.
It's going to be okay. There's a superpower. You are not in control. There's a superpower who loves you.
It will things will figure it out. Yeah.
He has a good plan for your life. I read the Bible every morning before I go, and the Bible said that he has good plan for us. And I believe in that, that you can go through hard time.
Yeah.
God is going to be right there with you.
Yeah.
So my encouragement, the best way I can encourage my friends, people who are going through hard time, people who are asking where is God in that. And I actually want to make it more personal. I was talking to a colleague yesterday on the phone. The job market is really bad right now. She's looking for a PM role. She's been trying for the last 2 years and try everything, try everything. Referral, she told me, event, networking, being in temp agency, consulting. She said nothing is happening. All I could do at that moment is that, have you tried God?
Have some of,
Where is your faith? What is your relationship with God? I tell you he loves you. I tell you he cares, and I tell you he's in control. It might seem that it's out of control with this job market. But God is still in control.
There's a plan for you.
There's a plan for your life. It might not make sense, I'm sure, because I was like, maybe it might not make sense right now, but I really want to encourage, don't take your faith lightly. Don't take it lightly, because that's the only thing that will keep you grounded, because things come and go. That's why for me, really, as I build product, as a product leader at Meta, money is not my goal. Fame is not my goal. It's basically, have I been faithful to what God has asked me to do? Every day I ask my question, and for me, it's like loving God, loving people. I'm here to build the best product. The Bible says the highest commandment, love God and love your neighbor like yourself. How do I do that every day? And it could be just, building product is a way to love your neighbor by you are building the best product. Or sitting down with somebody, coffee hour, how are you doing, hijab? How can I help you? Not thinking just about myself. How can I help your product?
Paying forward.
Yes. It could be as simple as somebody like learning from other humility. What are the characteristics of somebody who want to please God? Have I been humble? Have I been faithful? Have I been obedient to the calling? These are my KPI, key performance and KPI. It's really not money. It's not really fame at the end of the day. And that's what I want to be remembered for. Have I been faithful? So, to cut short, my encouragement, I know the times could be hard, especially right now with the job market, or even like you say, you talk about, we can be burned out. There's so much going on in technology. If AI is coming, is it going to take our job? It's overwhelming. But for me, it's like,
you have a bonding force.
Do you have a relationship? What is your faith? If all this thing will shake, this world will shake. But the foundation that doesn't shake is God. It's your faith in God. And for me, that's Christ. Being able to say that there's somebody bigger than me. There's somebody, I don't have it all in control. And God, some people call it the higher power, I call it God. He's in control. And he's personal. That's the key. He loves you. That's what I like, and people don't get that. He actually cares. He actually does care if you don't have food on your table, if you to take your kids to school or to the next. He cares. And I invite my friends, your audience, to seek that God, to have a relationship. It's a relationship. It's not religion.
Have some faith. It doesn't have to be religion, but have some faith. Believe in that higher power. So then when people face something like unimaginable, right? As you said, how do you figure out tuition? How do you figure out money the next day? That you realize there is a plan for you. So that, I think that would explain a lot how you can really, I would say, survive and thrive.
That's
when you have this journey, from a small town.
That's right. So that's why for me, I think it's really my faith in Christ that has been the foundation. I try to spend Saturday with reading the scripture, the Bible for me, the scripture. What is the Bible talking? What is God telling me to do? How do I live my life to love Him? How do I live my life to love other people? praying,
Yep.
praying all the time. And for me, prayer is not like you have to be in church or do a position. So as I'm driving, as I'm, I'm going through stuff live.
Yeah.
So it's like I say, it's a father, it's my best friend. What do you think, Jesus? What do you think about this? Give me wisdom. It's like, my best friend. And I can see the peace of God. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have problem. I still have health sometimes. But I have the peace. I have the joy. I have the hope that even when I go through hell, even when I go through mountain and valley, there's the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is my encouragement. This is my encouragement for all those people who are struggling and try to figure out what is their purpose. Is it because money will not satisfy? You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
You need more.
Yeah.
Fame will not satisfy. You need more.
I think that's why people burn out if they realize, there's a never-ending pursuit of their so-called kind of superficial goals.
You got it.
For you, you have something bigger. Yeah, that's really beautifully said. Thank you.
You got it, yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for the question.
That's all the questions I have. If you have time, check out this book from Amazon called For Such a Time as This by Dr. Marie-Ange. I'm halfway through getting my physical copy today, and I'm really excited to finish reading it.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you being very vulnerable and honest, share your journey. I think this is a truly inspirational story for girls and boys, right? From everywhere, who come from like literally the impossible background and they want to make a dream. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right, bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah.